Hey, what's up? It's Mai Yang from Mix in the Dark. I want to say happy beginning of another academic school year. I know that there are many different ways students are learning this year, whether it be online, in person, or through a hybrid model. I know that some of us are also struggling to work from home and provide support to our kids and their learning. And some of us are essential workers who have worked since the very beginning of the pandemic. So thank you so much for doing what you do. Please stay safe and stay sane. I work as a teacher with third graders, and you'd be amazed at their creativity level. I want to take it back to when I was still in grade school and had a really good friend. I called her my friend in the red Christmas dress. This story takes place in St. Paul, Minnesota, in the McDonald homes when they were still made out of the really creepy looking red bricks. I'm not going to spoil anything for you, so I will explain more in the story, but I've heard many stories about paranormal happenings in this area. None I can capture clearly though. So if you have a good story, please take some time, write to me and share it with me. This is my personal story, so please enjoy My Friend in the Red Christmas Dress. My Friend in the Red Christmas Dress. I used to go to my grandma and grandpa's house a lot when I was younger. My parents usually bring me and one of my siblings along. I remember I loved tagging along because my grandparents had a daughter about my age that I would play with at their house all the time. She always wore her favorite red dress that you would wear to a Christmas party. The length of the dress was right above the ankles and it fit perfectly on her. She doesn't talk that much, but she loved listening to me and I talked a lot. I was only about 6 at the time. In the basement of their home, there is this white pole in the middle about a foot wide. Their basement wasn't that large, but for us, it was a playable space. We would play Ring Around the Rosie and run all over the basement. I always had a great time there, and I always looked forward to more the next time. As I grew older, I stopped visiting my grandparents. They moved to a new house, and I guess I just became more interested in other things. I didn't visit as often as I used to anymore, and even if I did, I was busy watching Korean drama series on our portable DVD player. I remember in 6th grade, my mom received a phone call from my grandma that my grandpa had passed away. He lived to be well over 100. Our family decided to pay a visit. You know how after a few years of not being in contact with a friend, you're kind of awkward and shy, and if you see each other, you try to not make eye contact with each other? That was me, sitting on the sofa, just waiting for my friend to happen by. I wondered what I would say to her. I wondered how she was feeling. I wondered what my friend would look like after all these years. I haven't seen her for a long time. I never did get to see her. I figured she was feeling sad and didn't want to interact with us. We left. I am now 27 years old. The other day I found myself thinking about my friend in the red Christmas dress and trying hard to make out what her name even was. I couldn't think of one. She never talked. My mom is 76 years old right now. So at the time that I was 6, which is 21 years ago, my mom would have been 55 years old. Would my grandparents really have a child that is around my age? Come to think of it, I've never seen my friend in the red Christmas dress upstairs before. She only appeared in the basement, and she has never talked to me once. Connecting the dots even more, 23 years ago, my grandparents would have lived in the McDonald homes in St. Paul, Minnesota, which are basically townhouses for low-income families. During this time, a lot of Southeast Asian refugees resided in the area because it was considered public housing. It is rumored that this area used to be a grave site. I'm not sure how true that is, or if it is just a campfire story to scare us kids, but I have definitely heard stories of strange occurrences in the area.